Great awakening. Great awakening. I'm Nina. This is Dre, my sister. I will have to make another video about that. But yes, I like to introduce myself to let y'all know y'all can walk with me on this journey. Because the journey is still continuing. This is just the beginning. Like, just the beginning. Today's topic is don't let your emotions control you. You control your emotions. Okay? So, this has just been my week past that things been happening to me. But it's been an overall pattern of things I noticed about myself and people around me. I was at work. My supervisor kept saying how so much antsy she feels and how imbalanced she feels. So I asked her, I said, do you eat your fruits and veggies? First thing she says is, yeah, but not like I'm supposed to. It's like everybody knows that they supposed to eat more fruits and veggies. So it's like, first off, it shouldn't be so, I don't know why I'm feeling antsy. It should be more so, damn, I need to go eat me some fruit and veggies. Like, so, but you could tell she's still a positive person, but the things that she's putting into her body is just making her antsy because the way she talked, she's still carrying her words softly. So she like, I don't know what I need to do, blah, blah, blah. So towards the end of the week, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make her a nice meal, a nice lunch. So I made her a nice lunch, showing my appreciation for the training she did. Also, to give her some life, because that's what we need. Say it with me, we need life. Eat more life, you know? So, and I told her, I said, a lot of people eat with life, you know? Don't get me wrong, but even what they put in with the life is just, it's like, it's seasoned with a little salt. Not, you know, Himalaya salt. Salt. A little white salted salt. You know? And it's just like, it hits you every now and then. But I told her, I said, nah, I use herbs and spices. And I let those be my seasonings. She said, okay. I gave her that meal. I was surprised she was ate it for real. I thought she was going to just renege, like when I gave it to her. Like, oh, no, I'm good. No, thank you. I really appreciate it. But no, she didn't. She ate the fuck out of it. She come back. She like, you can tell she done had some life in her. Like some girl didn't have some dick. No, but for real. She like, oh, that was so good. That was so good. That was so amazing. I'm like, was it? Like, you know, acting shocked. She like, yeah, that was so amazing. She was like, I see what you mean about the spices and herbs. She was like, every bite was a taste. I said, so what's the difference from the food that we go get from fast food? She said, it's not really every bite a taste. It's more so it fills you up. She was like, that was just like every bite was a taste and I still feel light on my feet. And I said, oh, okay. And she was just so nice the rest of the day. Like, you could tell she had that youth back in her. Because she is 40. She said 43. So, you know, when people get a little older, they get a little tired and tired and tired. So it's like, the reason why we get tired is because it's more wear and tear, you know. Our brains are like sponges. Like sponges. And I ain't even drank a full bottle of water yet. But yes, our brains are like sponges. And after so much dirt and skunk and toxins collected, that's all what's in that sponge. But then once it get cleaned, washed away, you know, it it becomes a brand new sponge, ready to soak up brand new information, good vibrations, good vibes, all that. But when that sponge is so full and has so much toxins in it, it's hard sometimes to just, you know, grab onto some more downloads, grab onto some more information, grab on it in different ways to process it. And if you want to make it into an office, every file, every component. Like, our brains is very important, but how to treat the brain is also what you intake in your body. Like, I've been drinking a lot of these bottled waters, and they're not even real water. Like, they're stripping our water and adding minerals and magnesium and vitamins just for the taste. For the taste. And they meaning as mankind. Mankind who just like, oh, it's another buck. Let's put it on the shelf. Let's sell it. It just sounds like some slavery shit. But anything I talk about is the experiences that I came upon or that happened to me or that I witnessed. You know, shit, even most of it be dreams. Dreams I didn't go do research on. And the research be what I didn't dream. So it's like, some people, their dreams is just a blockage to them. They dream, it been me before. It was a blockage to me I didn't know why I was dreaming these dreams. And yeah, I'd be like, why I'm dreaming these dreams? It was because my dreams was trying to tell me something always, but by my brain being so disconnected, it wasn't able to process these dreams. So now, once I done went through the cleansing, tapped into the sun, tapped into the numbers, tapped into myself, you start to get aware of a lot of shit. Aware of a lot. And it's like, if you're not ready, the shit will be hard. It will be super hard. And I think so many people who have money and power, that's what they think the level of success is. It's the money. But in reality, the peace is within. Within, when you become your own doctor. Within, when you become your own God. Within, when you come unconditionally to be able to pass all that unconditional love around. You know, that's really the peace within. And it's so hard for people to do that because their emotions is in their gut versus the source. Versus, you know, their brain being the source. There's, you know, that's what they're thinking. But in reality, it's not. Your source is your gut. Your brain is, you know, just another muscle ready to be fed, you know. And when we feed our brain sometimes is how we get our emotions. So it's not wrong for thinking what you think sometimes. Everybody have emotions. Everybody have them. It's just how you react to it and what you do to them. You know, like, you legit have to wash away your thoughts. Go picture yourself somewhere. I always love water. I was just telling my sister this. I always love water. Not even to drink, but to play in it. At the time when I was younger, I did not like water because it didn't have no taste to it. Didn't have a taste. And I was like, what the fuck is the point of me drinking this? I don't get it. But I was sick as fuck too, not drinking it. And once I started drinking water, I was like, damn, okay. I ain't never seen my pee this clear. And it's like, you for real have to take care of you. And that's what it be. People be trying to open up their third eye and they don't really be ready. So then they, fall off and then that shit just get depressed. Versus just knowing that, hey, it's natural. Let me get my ass back up and start back over. Like, it's natural. How many times we done fall through life and just in general on shit? We be quick to get back up on that, but not when it comes to ourselves. We have been so conditionally to be distracted and just be on a force on a lot of things that we think just normalize us to make us feel that this is what's happy. This is what's making me happy. This is what's positive. This is what's not ghetto. This is what's, ratchet. This is what's doing something good. Like we have conditioned ourselves to just settle for a moment versus just continuing being good. And it's like sometimes when people talk about it, some people can't grab a hold of it. And I didn't understand that. I couldn't. And I'm like, damn, what I'm saying that's stressful, But in reality, it's just not what a person is trying to hear or what a person is. That's not what's in their way of hearing things, and that can throw them off if that's what their body is reacting to, versus when you telling somebody something about a dude or something about a relationship or whatever, and when you're telling them about that relationship, you're venting. But that person most of the time don't take it as when they're telling you as they're being negative. But depending on the person be like, oh, I don't want to hear that. That's negative. Like, that's all she talk about is her boyfriends, and it's like, it'd be like, damn, like, what we have thought was normalized of positive and what we thought of a normalized conversation of what negative, it really has put us in certain things that we have blocked on ourselves or certain things that we are blinded on a lot of levels. Like, it be a lot of shit that just don't make sense to me. And I really just be having to sit there and just be like, damn, this is really normal. When I was working, drawing blood, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is normal. But once I tapped into myself, I'm like, damn, this shit is not normal. Like, and an old man had to scream at me for me to realize. He wasn't that old. He was probably like 52, but his baby was like 5. I mean, not saying that's, because people back in the day used to be old as ever having a lot of kids. But it was more so that he was screaming at me like, this is not normal. You're just sticking my child over and over and over. You're trying to take his blood, suck his blood out. You see he's blue and white. And I'm just sitting there like, wanting to cry. Like, damn, this baby is blue and white. And I'm like, you right. I'm going to come back and I'm going to have somebody else. I'm going to let them know, like, I couldn't get no blood. You're more than welcome to refuse. So, of course, if he refused, he gets in trouble. So it's like, even so, sometimes you do have to react, but you just don't have to react to a way to where it's harming the person. Sometimes you have to react to where it's loud enough for that person to hear, because sometimes we be so stuck in the title or stuck in the ways or stuck in the job or stuck at the task at hand, we ain't paying attention to what's everything going around. We're not being aware of everything going around. And that's only being because we haven't took the time to deal with our emotions. We haven't took the time to deal with our thoughts. We just, building the sponge up, building it up. And we're thinking that this is what is our lifestyle, what is our life supposed to be. And we're validating ourselves to it. We're going against it. We're going against our thoughts so much, it's a shame. A shame. We lay there, we play music, like, we lay there, we block our third eye. And it's like, if you're not ready to open that third eye, don't do it. Because it will put you on a lot of stress. If you're not ready to admit when you're wrong, don't do it. If you're not ready to admit that eating dead animals is a cause, don't do it. If you're not ready to fight for yourself, don't do it. If you're not ready to love yourself, don't do it. If you're not ready to just give up that power to help others, don't do it. Don't do it. And that be the thing, you know, our emotions get us so good that we just be like, oh, it's all about me. I got to get me right. When in reality, we are what makes the world go around. We are the gods. We are the creators. So if I can help you, you can help me. Let's help each other. Let's build. Let's grow. Let it go. Like, you have your own thing. I have my own thing. Let's come together. But instead, we be wanting things to just be that one way. And it don't work like that. It doesn't. And that's another thing. If you're not willing to hear the different opinions and the different vibes and the different, you know, if you're not willing to test it or even hear it, don't open your third eye. Don't. Because you cannot be stuck in one way, stuck in one change. Like, I've been working for 2 weeks now, going on 3 starting Monday. Well, it'll be going on 3 really Thursday. And I have not been able to go do my daily routine that I had set for myself, to where I get up in the morning and do something productive, where it's just early in the morning and you just looking at the sun and just gazing in the sun and collecting all your thoughts and then getting all your thoughts together, washing them away, you know, appreciating yourself, appreciating the gods, appreciating your ancestors. I didn't get to do that with the sun, but I did get to do that driving. You know, and I would just play some meditation music in my ear. And sometimes I won't play no music in my ear. I would just listen to the sounds, listen to the world, be aware of it. And, you know, and it's hard sometimes for people to do that. They just have to distract themselves. And it used to be me. I bump my head when I go to sleep. So it's like, it's not always, but most of the time, yeah. And the only way for me at first when I had stopped it was because I had to lay there and deal with my thoughts with this music going through my ears and going through my thoughts. And I had to lay on my back. Lay on my back. I'm not used to a person laying on their back unless, you know, it's a little dirty time. But yeah, I wasn't used to that. I was just used to laying on my head, bumping my head. So I had to lay there on my back, listen to this music, and just lay flat, breathing in through my nose and out my mouth. And when I say I can just see the stars, see the moon, see the black sky, like not even a blue sky, it was a black sky. And I'm just seeing it just spins around and I'm just floating, and it just felt so good, just so amazing. And I think I'm gonna just have to do that again, because I, the sponge, have been collecting so much dirt again, so much toxic, so much shit. Like shit. Damn. And not realizing, you know, that I've been doing it, but I've been noticing from my pimples, because my pimples will get a little bigger and I just be like, damn, where'd that come from? But in reality, it's like a sponge, you know? And it's just time to just keep filling my mind with positive things, and not even just positive things, but just like things that's gonna help me grow. And that's what positive is. Things that's gonna help me grow. If it's not gonna help me grow, it's no need to hear it. And you know, I work at a kidney center now, and it's like all these people coming in, and when they're coming in, the people giving them the same reflection. Sign in. Make sure you fill out that paper. And it's like, these people are human just like you. But their jobs and their titles have made them feel a little higher than the next person, because they're looking in a computer system, or they're looking in their paperwork and they seeing what they're labeled as. And that's the thing. We gotta stop letting our emotions give people to give them their own titles. We have to make the titles ourselves, because if not, they're gonna name us and keep naming us. I'm about to run up this hill, y'all. Give me a little second, because it's been a while. And I got some new shoes on. They feel light and good. So y'all, I used to have asthma. When I say asthma, real bad asthma. But I'm gonna catch my breath first. And doing meditation, I have learned to control my emotions with patience, with love. Not just love, unconditional love. And I have to sit there, take a little time, just like a little. And I have to breathe in my nose and out my mouth. And there we go. So yeah, I had to learn that. And I think that's just me taking time with myself versus me listening. Sorry, the airplane. Yeah, I had to take time with myself versus me listening to doctors, listening to the world around me. And that's when I had to realize, like, damn, I really have to take time with my thoughts, really take time with myself, because me not having patience with myself, it was causing me to have an anxiety to where my lungs would clog up, to where my airways would clog up. I remember just from the thought, making myself have an asthma attack because that moment and that time and place just irritated me to where I had to make myself have an asthma attack. And just doing that, being selfish, I could have killed myself. And that's how it be. Our emotions get the best of us sometimes to where we can't even think, to where one day it can just swipe you right up from you being selfish, from you not just taking time with you to deal with your thoughts. Can't nobody control them, only you can. But if you allow other people to control your thought, that's what happens. And the only way, burning like where? Come sit right here, turn your back. You facing it.
My ass hurt.
Oh, right, I'm paying.
On the rocks too.
But yeah, you just gotta take that time, because people really just, they would try to throw you off too. And it's like, they don't know it. It's just, that's how it be. And we don't be realizing that we be throwing each other off, and it just caused a whole ass commotion for the world versus just really taking that time with ourselves. My issue is that I want people to know that it's not just them. It's everybody. Everybody on all different levels. We all in this shit together on all different levels, dealing with the same shit, different ways. And that's just not us dealing with ourselves. We're so distracted from our emotions. That plane, no, he just flew around. Yeah, I'm playing. yeah. So now it's just, now it's just taking the time to just be like, how can I do my work as a job, do my work as the community, do my work as part of family, you know, because I already did the work to just go through the bad shit. Now I'm ready to go through the good shit. So it's like, what's the point of me keep putting myself in the bad shit to go through? I'm not about to give them no type of reason to feel sorry for me. No type of reason to get me, you know, and we be putting ourselves in situations for them to get us. You know, my sister, she used to go to the hospital all the fucking time. And excuse my language if it's poor language to you, but we used to go, she used to go, I did too, but not for her reasons. But we would go and she wouldn't know what was wrong with her. You know, she'd be like, I can't explain it, but it's something off. It's something wrong with me. And the doctor would be like, well, ma'am, let me run this test. Let me run that test. Let me run this test. And during a period of time in the world, they like to run these tests. So if you get ready, stay ready. You ain't got to get ready then. And they say stay ready, so you ain't got to get ready. But yeah, she will go all the time. I don't know what's wrong with these, but something is wrong. And they be like, you sure? You sure, ma'am? Because I'm not seeing nothing wrong with you. Nothing wrong with you. And that's what it be. Too much with our brain. When we soaking all that negativity in, sometimes we won't know what is throwing us off. Plus with the things we put in our body. Because it's the things we put in our body. That's what it is. It is what certain things, certain colors, certain dyes put a chemical on your brain to react to not react to certain emotion, to be blocked from certain emotion. And it's like, we can't keep doing that to ourselves. We owe it to ourselves to clear our mind, to love ourselves, to appreciate ourselves. You know? We deserve that. And anybody who against you loving yourself, you appreciating yourself, you doing the best for you that makes you do the best for you, something is wrong with them. Now, if it's doing the best for you to harm or hurt anyone, something is wrong with them. But if you're doing the best for you and others, and you're just wanting the world to grow in a positive way that they should be, then it shouldn't even matter. You know, some people it's just hard for them. Versus me, I try to take the time. I don't take the time with shit else, but I try to take the time with my thoughts. Because there was a time where my thoughts just run wild in other people's hands. And it was just like, oh, let me pass that on to my next friend. Let them know what I can do with her thoughts. And it's like, why even want that power to try to control someone? I want the power to free everyone. That's all I want. And it don't even have to be power. It's my power. Everybody got their own powers. Legit. It's just about tapping in with you, loving yourself, learning yourself, knowing your body, doctoring your body, knowing your thoughts, knowing your emotions, knowing your unconditional love. People would be like, oh, you're young. You think you got all the answers. Well, first off, my mom's about to be 64. My oldest brother on my dad's side is about the same age as mom. Well, exact year. I just don't know his birthday. So, yeah, I think I pretty had older parents who already sent that DNA gene in me. And that's how they study us. Epigenetics, you know, angelic being. They study us. They study our birth. They study our reproduction. They study our love. They study our stress. They study our pain. They study our living. So it's like it's up to us to really study ourselves, to love ourselves, to appreciate ourselves, to grow with ourselves. Because if we can't do it with ourselves, how are we going to be able to do it with anybody else? And that's how it would be. Just think, if you're going to a restaurant who presents all these dead bodies in a nice way, in a presentable way for you to eat, are you still going to eat them? Now, that's a question for yourself. I'm not going to answer. I'm not. That's just a question for yourself. And once you go eating vegan, no animal cells, none, for at least 2 weeks, I'm not even going to say 7 days because there's so much going on. You need long consistency. Like, go 2 weeks. Once you go 2 weeks, bruh, woman, gods, you're going to feel amazing. You know, people work out every single day with this music, every single day with the same thoughts. And it's like, as we put in the right things in our body to keep us on life, keep us having energy, keep us with love, keep us balanced, you know, we go to the seafood diet. Seafood diet is nothing but metal. So the metal is gonna throw your brains off, throw your hormones off, throw your cortisol levels off, throw your osmolality off. We go to the keto diet. Keto diet doing the same thing. Yeah, you're gonna lose weight. Yeah, you're gonna feel a little different, but that's because it's a little different to your brain. Your brain is getting the shift changed than what the normal is, getting a little cleansing than what the normal is. So I just want everybody to take this time to really check in with themselves, to really know themselves, to see how you're doing, to see what has made you upset, and was it your way of thinking or was it just the situation? Because yeah, sometimes we don't be tripping. You know, a lot of the stuff that be coming across my path, especially at work, I would be like, man, I just need people to hear this. Like, people really need to hear what be going on and what they be feeling comfortable to say. And it's like, they saying it and they're doing their jobs and they don't see nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. And I know I'm getting paid a little something. So I know they're getting paid more than me. And it's like, we're so stuck in our jobs and our titles that it blocks us from seeing the human in front of us. It blocks it. So with this COVID going on, all they doing is just stressing you out. All they doing is just forcing you to not get this good old stuff. All they doing is trying to keep us separated. Like, they got so much stuff trying to happen just because of this COVID to keep us locked down. So then when we have grandkids and grandchildren, they going to become products of the environment if we don't change now. Change now. You know, mothers be coming in, don't be knowing why they baby bilirubin is high. And it's because of your diet, your breastfeeding, the original way. And it's the diet, not even. The baby is from the root of the mom. So it's like the root is your stomach and your brain is your stomach is the root and your brain is your source. But it's not even really. It's your brain, it's your root, and your stomach is the source, because you got to feed your stomach to get that root growing, and as we making our brains grow, or as we packing it, wait, I was gonna say capacity is the capacity of it full of shit, or is we packing it with life, is we packing it with love, unconditional love. Some things, some men are so blockage to it because of the things they eat. They can't, it's hard for them to see a genuine love. They think of it as, oh, they gay, or they out to get me, and it's times where I just be like, okay, yeah, that do be a little weird, but then there be times where it's just like, oh my gosh, they were so genuine, and I done had a lot of people that was genuine to me, but that's only being because I was genuine to a lot of people. But that's only because I wasn't deserving nothing back. I didn't know. But then it was times where it was just like the ones who I had they back. And we going around and saying we got each other back. But then when I asked for something, it's like, damn, that little thing, that would have killed you to do? Damn, I could have did it myself. But yeah, I'm sorry. But now I learned that it's okay, because now I know that if they can't do it for themselves, how can I get mad? How can I get mad? There's no need for me to get mad, because eventually it's only meant for me to just teach them. And if I wasn't teaching them, how can I get mad? And we get mad at the situation because we didn't teach them. We didn't teach them how to love us because we didn't know how to love ourselves, And that's how it be with our emotions. Our emotions blocks us on a lot of shit because we didn't teach ourselves, And it's like, when you have an open mind, a free mind about everything, you soak it all in when you're able to. But when your mind's so cluttered and closed, it's hard for you to soak shit in. It's hard for you to process it. You like, what the fuck is going on? I don't know. What should I do about it? What is this gonna serve me? But when you see and you're aware of it, it's like, oh yeah, I'm either a part of the problem or I'm gonna be a part of the solution. And it's like we and individuals have to choose within what serves us. We get distracted so much with so much that we don't even be knowing what serves us, that we think something serves us on a conditional level, like, oh, I'm going to do this because it's serving the world. Let me go around and shoot and kill people to protect my country, but not knowing my country is going to give me orders to where I'm going to have to go kill little children, or I'm going to go have to take their blood, or same difference, killing these children. And it's like, all these spirits going around. We drink, we do drugs, and we try to get it out of our system. But drinking pop ain't no better either. So either way, we're putting ways into our body to be accepted to the spirits. That's why they say, oh, don't play with the Ouija board and shit like that. But they invited the spirits. But who's to ever say with all this technology and everything that the spirits that they controlling are the spirits that they want to give people, to keep them sick, to bring them into the hospital, to test them another way, to test it, to see how they can put it in other people. For example, melanated people. Certain things we shouldn't be eating because it throws our reactions to things. It puts a compress on our brain. If you have a high compound of melanin in your skin, it would do that. Some people, actually some Caucasian people, some Mexican people, have a high content of melanin in them. They just don't go out in the sun and get it to even activate it. So it's like, we have to feed our brain with the life. The life. The life is what keep us going, keep us in our power, keep us tempo balanced with all 5 elements, with all 5 senses. That is us. We are the gods. We are the creators. And know that with your mind first, to wash away every thought and let it, your sponge, represent and take them high vibrations. feeling with the high vibrations. We feel them on one vibration instead of all high vibrations. So it's like, let's get the balance. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe. I appreciate you. Let's love each other to life. And of course, let's grow.